Hey, happy, beautiful, amazing day. Dr. Bob Rakowski here out of Houston, Texas with our series on your network is your net worth. And the best networkers teach, they do not sell. And I want you to think about that for a moment. You know, when you're teaching and the goal is education and understanding, there's a lot of people that absolutely want to learn, but it's also been said that people want to buy, but they don't want to be sold. So I like this quote. I trust that if you knew what I knew, you would do what I do. I'm not sure that it's grammatically correct there, but the rhyme is really good. And I think the principle is very accurate. So there's our Dale Carnegie quote. No one likes to feel that he or she is being sold. We much prefer that we are buying. Well, how do we make that decision if we have a thorough understanding? And that comes with, of course, a good connection first. So I always like this sequence. If you want to get to know someone, ask questions and listen very intently. And I love the quote that when people are genuinely listened to, they actually perceive that as a form of love. And I think it is. When you listen to someone and are engaged in what they're telling you, that's awesome. And then ultimately, you want to learn something about them. You want to learn what their needs are, their wants are, their don't wants are, and how close or far they are away from achieving what they want to achieve. And then we're going to tell stories. What stories are we going to tell? Stories that can inspire them to move forward to achieve their great life. So whether they do it with you or something else, stories are definitely inspiring. And when we tell stories, we actually connect to each other's emotional centers. And emotions are where most decisions are made. So simple story, and I changed the labeling of it because they had a medical diagnosis, but Dominic DeMille, started drinking hot chocolate and became a brand new young man. As mom would say, he was labeled in the spectrum. I actually tweaked her language there. And look what she said. This kid who is scared and anxious to be in public wants to talk to the public and sell shoes. I am mind blown. And how wonderful that he had such a beautiful response from such a simple daily treat. And how about this one published by Sachin Patel? I had a functional medicine practitioner of mine use hot chocolate with his son. His son had severe issues with stuttering to the point where he can't breathe because he's trying so hard to speak. Needless to say, the family has tried everything to help him. 4 days and 4 hot chocolates later, no stutter. Wow, is absolutely right. And this is not unprecedented. Paul Stamets, who has a TED Talk entitled 7 Ways That Mushrooms That Will Save the World. Actually, his is 6 Ways That Mushrooms Will Save the World. He was cured from a stutter by medicinal mushrooms. And this story, I've told it many, many times. Maureen was scheduled to have her foot amputated 2 days from that picture, but look at it 2 weeks later. And I tell people bodies respond to frequency, duration, intensity, quality, and time of the stimuli. We did a comprehensive blood sugar and circulation and anti-infective protocol. And by the way, Ganoderma helps with all three. It's great for blood sugar, it's great for circulation, and it's powerfully anti-infective. And look at this result, 17 months later. And then I had told that story at a health talk, and ultimately that led to Donna Mae using some Ganoderma products. And basically she was in a wheelchair because she had one leg already amputated and an infection was threatening the other foot. So, I was asked, will Ganoderma help? My answer is always the same. I don't know if it'll help, but it sure won't hurt. And it was actually miraculous. The wound completely healed. And maybe even more miraculously, at 3 months, both her diabetes and her dementia were in complete remission. Now, in this case, the only change that I'm aware of was adding Ganoderma to her diet. December 3 through 5, you can learn to be a great networker or a greater networker from the best of the best in the game. Eric Worre hosts this massive virtual event. You're going to hear from the best networkers in the entire world. Tony Robbins is the keynote speaker. Organo has a partnership with Eric Worre in this promotion. So on Eric's website, it's $197 through Organo, $127. If you're not in Organo, doesn't matter where you are, if you want to learn this amazing data, reach out to me, and I'm happy to help you with the ticket for 127. And I tell people that Tony Robbins alone is easily worth the price of admission. You know, I've spent 10,000+ to see Tony Robbins. I can tell you it was absolutely one of the best investments of my entire life. Your network is your net worth. So teach, don't sell, be authentic always. And I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski, absolutely knowing that we can all be happy, healthy, and successful.